So today I want to teach you how to make a granny square. So I'm going to start off by teaching you how to make a slip knot, but you can make a slip knot however you wish. This is just my preferred method. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to make a loop like so. I'm going to insert my hook through the loop. I'm going to wrap the yarn around my hook. I'm going to pull the loop over the hook. I'm going to wrap around again. I'm going to pull the loop again over my hook, and I'm going to pull the tail tight. That makes a slip knot. So one more time, I'm just going to show you one more time. You're going to make a loop. You're going to insert your hook through the loop. You're going to wrap the yarn around your hook, pull through one, wrap around, pull the loop over the hook again. That's the second. And you're going to pull tight. And that's a slip knot. So now we're going to chain 4. So to chain, you're going to wrap the yarn around your hook and pull the loop over the hook. That's one chain. We're going to do that 3 more times. So wrap around, pull over, that's 2. Wrap around, pull over, that's 3. Wrap around, pull over, that's 4. So now you should have 4 chains on your hook. So then you're going to slip stitch into the 4th chain from your hook. So that's this chain right here. That's your first chain. So you're going to insert your hook through the loop. You're going to wrap around and you're going to pull through both of these loops. And that's a slip stitch. Now you're going to chain 3. So you're going to wrap around 1, 2, 3. Now we are going to work in our little donut. It should have made, when you slip stitch, it should have made a little donut shape. We're going to do our first double crochet. So to double crochet, you wrap the yarn around your hook, insert your hook through the donut, wrap around, pull 1 loop up. You should have 3 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to wrap your yarn around your hook, pull through 2 loops, wrap your yarn around your hook, pull through 2 loops. That's a double crochet. So to repeat, you're going to wrap the yarn around your hook, insert your hook through the donut, wrap your yarn again, pull 1 loop up, wrap around, pull through 2 loops, wrap around, pull through 2 loops. That's 2 double crochets. So with your chains from the beginning, at the beginning, with your chains, you should have 3 pillars. So now we're going to move on to our next double crochet cluster. So to start off, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. Then we're going to double crochet 3 times. So wrap around, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, wrap around, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2, wrap around, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now that you have completed your second double crochet cluster, your project should look kind of like a triangle. This is half of your first row. So next, you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, then you're going to double crochet 3 more times in this hole. 1, 2, 3. So now you should have 3 double crochet clusters, and you're going to chain 2 again. 1, 2. This will be your last double crochet cluster. So you're going to double crochet 3 times in this hole. 1, 2, 3. So now you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and you're going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the beginning. So that's 1, 2, 3, slip stitch. So slip the stitch over your hook, wrap around, pull through both loops. That's row 1. So now we are starting on row 2, or round 2. So now you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to double crochet 3 times in this hole right here. So the next hole. So wrap around, insert your hook. 1, 2, 3. So now we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. And we're going to double crochet 3 more times in this hole. 1, 2, 3. And that makes a corner. So to make a corner, we're going to be double crocheting 3 times, twice in each of these corners. And when you double crochet 3 times, you want to chain 2 times before you double crochet 3 times again. So to move on to the next row, not the next row, to move on to the next corner, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to double crochet 3 times in this corner piece. 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 2 again. 1, 2. And then we're going to double crochet 3 times in this hole again. 1, 2, 3. That should be 2 corners done. They should be pointy and they should have 6 double crochets in them. So to move on to the next corner, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to double crochet 3 times in this hole. 1, 3. Now we're going to chain 2. Now we're going to double crochet 3 times in this hole. Now we're going to chain 1 and we're going to double crochet 3 times in this hole. Now we're going to chain 2 and we're going to double crochet 2 times. If you couldn't already tell, I'm using the first chain 3s at the beginning of these rounds as your first double crochet. So we're going to, like we did in the previous row, slip stitch into the 3rd chain from the start. So you're going to count 1, 2, 3, grab the loop, wrap around, pull through 2. That's row 2. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the last row. So to start off the row, we're actually going to slip stitch again into this hole. It just makes it better. So we're going to insert our hook through this hole, wrap around, pull through 1. Now we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're going to double crochet 3 times in this corner. Now we're going to chain 2 times. Now we're going to double crochet 3 times. Now we're going to chain 1. If you haven't noticed, when we're not in the corner pieces, the corner spots, I only chain 1 in between each double crochet cluster because I don't want it to expand too much. If I chain 2, sometimes it bunches up on me. You only chain 2 on the corner pieces because you want that extra give because you're kind of increasing in the corners. To move on, we're going to only double crochet 3 times in this hole. We don't have to do it twice because it's not a corner. So we're going to double crochet 3 times in this next hole. Now we've finished our double crochet 3, we're going to chain 1. Now we're going to double crochet 3 times in this corner. Now we're going to chain 2. Now we're going to double crochet 3 times in this corner. Now we're going to chain 1 and we're going to double crochet 3 times in this spot. Now we're going to chain 1 and we're going to repeat what we did in these 2 corners in this corner. Now we're going to chain 1 and we're going to double crochet 3 times in this hole. Chain 1 and we're going to repeat what we did in these 3 corners in this corner. Now to finish off, we're going to chain 1. And we're going to double crochet 2 times in this hole. 1, 2. And we're going to slip stitch in the 3rd chain from the beginning. So 1, 2, 3. Slip stitch. So now I'm going to tell you to slip stitch kind of in this corner because it makes it easier when you're sewing your granny squares together. So we're going to insert a hook through this hole, pull up a loop, pull through a loop. We're going to insert our hook through this stitch, pull through 2. Insert, pull through 2. Insert, pull through 2. Insert, pull through 2 until you get to the corner. Okay, so now we're going to fasten off because you did it! You're done! That's a granny square. Rewatch this video as many times as you need. Replay spots that are confusing for you. And don't forget to ask me any questions. Thank you so much. I'm excited to see y'all again. Bye-bye! I forgot to show you how to fasten off. I'm sure you know how to. Okay, so to fasten off, you have a loop on your hook. You're gonna cut your yarn first, cut it. Then you're gonna wrap the yarn around your hook. You're gonna pull through as if you're making a chain, but you're gonna pull all the way through. That's gonna create a knot that you pull tight, and then you're finished. Now you're done. Now for real, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Make as many as you want. Or, yeah, bye-bye.